Are you thinking about moving to Longmont but are unsure where to send your kids to school? That's the exact thing that happened to my wife and I when we were looking at relocating here. But what if I told you that Colorado's open enrollment system lets you pick the perfect school for your kids, even if it's outside your neighborhood or district? And with some of our schools ranking among the top in the state, you'll want to stick around to find out which ones rank the highest. What's up, beautiful people? My name is Noah and I am your Northern Colorado real estate and lifestyle expert. My phone number is going to pop up right here, 720-741-7474. Feel free to shoot me a call or text message with any questions you have about the schools, real estate, or about the area. I am the only one who answers all of the questions from viewers and people just like you. Now let's kick this off with open enrollment, which is an absolute game changer for families right here in Colorado. And the technical name for it is choice of programs and schools within school districts. A little bit more boring, but that's what it's called. And under the state law, you can enroll your kids in schools outside of your assigned neighborhood or even district. Here's exactly how it works. So I've got a map of the school districts right here in Longmont pulled up. And remember that this is Colorado state law. So I'm just gonna give you a prime example and we're gonna lay out the map so you guys know exactly where things are at. Right up at the top of my screen right here is Highway 66. Then you have Main Street, which is going to be right here on the map. And that is going to run north and south all the way to Ken Pratt Boulevard. And then you also have Hovert Street right there. So if you guys are looking at the different neighborhoods, just trying to help you find where you're looking at in this map. And I want to give you from my personal experience, we live right here in this area and we actually send our kids to all the way to, where the heck's it at? Twin Peaks right down here. Now that is completely outside of our district, not even close to our house. And this is the beautiful thing of open enrollment. What happens is that if you are living in a different designated school area or district, you can actually open enroll your children in any school that you want to, but only if there is space. Now, if there is space, that school is going to go ahead and admit your student. But keep in mind that your child might not qualify for bus services, so you're going to be responsible for figuring out transportation, whether that's carpooling with a neighbor or friend, or just driving the little critters yourself. Now, I'm going to drop a link in the description so you can check out the exact legal terminology used. It's pretty boring to describe, hey, you can choose your own school or where you want your kids to school, and it's not going to be relocated on your distance from the school or the district. It's going to be relocated to the fact that the school has room for your kid and you want your child to go there. Now, it's important to note that choosing the right school is not just about academics. I know, oh my gosh, but it's about finding the right fit for your child. Now, some key factors to consider are going to be, hey, yes, academics. I want to look at schools that have high test scores, high graduation rates, and low student to teacher ratios. A second thing you might want to take a look at is what schools have a better performing arts program. Some schools offer a robust performing arts programs like music, theater, and all sorts of different visual arts. The next thing you might want to consider is athletics. If your child is passionate about sports, research some schools with strong athletic programs and the facilities to accompany them. Now, the fourth thing to consider when choosing a school is, what do the extracurriculars look like? Are there any clubs or after-school activities? Because these things can make a big difference in your child's social life and personal growth. Now, I want to tell you a quick story about what my personal experience was, and I say that with a smirk on my face because my wife did absolutely all of the work. Thank you, Greta. But I watched how important this was for her to find the right school for our kids to go to. And here in Colorado, that's going to be exceedingly easy for you to do because of the absolute open lines of communication. So what my wife did was she boiled the schools that she felt were going to fit our personal needs as a family, our children's needs, both academically, spiritually, and emotionally. And then she picked up the phone and started making phone calls. She called the principals of the school. She called the superintendents. She called the athletic directors and just put them through a quick interview to find out if the schools were going to be a good fit. And this absolutely blew us away, is that every single person she talked to was more than happy to get on the phone with her, was more than happy to respond back to emails. So if you're going through this transition of relocating your family here, I would highly recommend that you do the same thing, is boil the schools down to your top 3 picks, start making phone calls and emails and asking questions that are going to lead you to find the exact right fit for academics, for sports, for anything that your child is into. Now let's hop in and pull back the curtain on some of Longmont's top-rated elementary schools. Now these are according to School Digger, Public School Review, and Niche.com, and they're in absolutely no particular order. So let's get into it. The first school on the list is Meadowlark School. Now this is a newer school with a very modern approach to learning. It is part of the Boulder Valley School District and serves students pre-K through 8th grade. Meadowlark is known for its innovative approach, which emphasizes project-based learning. Now, this is something that I really like because rather than giving out assignments, they give a group of students a project to work on, and it's through those projects and communication that they actually uncover the things that they need to learn. Now, this project-based or group learning environment, they actually organize the students into 5 distinct learning communities based on the grade levels, and it encourages collaboration between the students and faculty. Meadowlark ranks among the top 10% of schools right here in the entire state of Colorado, with a standout proficiency rate of 54% in math and 69% in reading, both surpassing the state averages. Now, if flexible learning spaces and collaboration among students, teachers, and parents sound good to you, you might want to go check them out. Now, the second school we're going to talk about is Blue Mountain Elementary. Blue Mountain Elementary School is in the St. Vrain Valley School District and serves students pre-K through 5th grade. It is ranked among the top 5% in the state with 70% math proficiency and 74% reading proficiency. Now, since they only serve pre-K through 5th grade, they are specialists at what they do and offer a student-teacher ratio of 17:1. Now, that is extremely low student-to-teacher ratio, and if that's important to you, you should definitely consider Blue Mountain Elementary. Now, Hygiene Elementary is the 3rd school on the list, and again is part of the St. Vrain Valley School District and offers an extremely high quality education. We actually heavily considered this school. I'm going to get to the school we chose at the end of this video. Hygiene Elementary serves students from pre-K through 5th grade and has a student-to-teacher ratio of 17:1, which allows for a more personalized attention to your young Einstein. Hygiene Elementary consistently ranks among the top performing schools in the state with proficiency rates around 65 to 69% in math and 70 to 74% in reading, which are of course well above the state average. Now, Hygiene Elementary is not just about academics, but also the social and emotional development of students, which if you're a parent, you know how valuable that this is. Hygiene Elementary also provides opportunities for both gifted students, and they also offer a bunch of supportive programs, making it an excellent place for students of absolutely all levels. I hope you are getting significant value from this content, as finding a school was one of the things that was really keeping my wife awake at night. I can't say that it was keeping me awake at night, but if you do have any questions, my cell number is right here, 720-741-7474. And remember, I'm the only one that answers all of the text messages, phone calls, and emails I get from people just like you. So remember to reach out and leverage me as much as you can. Now, the 4th school on today's video is going to be Fall River Elementary School. And this school, like some of the others, serves students from pre-K through 5th grade. And it is known for its strong academic performance, as it ranks in the top 20% of the schools in the entire state. Now, this school really emphasizes well-rounded learning with 53% math proficiency scores and 60% in reading proficiency, both surpassing the state average. It also has a student-to-teacher ratio of 18:1, which just ensures that your child is going to get personalized support in and throughout the day. Now, coming up number 5 on the list was the school my wife and I chose for our children, and that is Twin Peaks Classical Academy. Now, Twin Peaks Classical Academy provides a K through 12th grade education grounded in the classic learning model. Now, my wife and I did choose Twin Peaks Classical Academy based on their classic learning model. And depending on how progressive the community is that you're moving here from, there actually are several schools that teach your children that they can choose what gender that they would like to be. And when we found this out, honestly, it kind of broke my heart, as my wife and I just strongly believe that our kids have enough confusion going on in the world that we live in. We don't need to start indoctrinating them literally at the ages of kindergarten to say, well, do you feel like a boy or a girl today? Now, my wife and I have nothing against that, or nothing against whatever genders that are out there. I think there's like 42 recognized genders nowadays, but this is just not something that we felt was valuable for our kids. So we chose Twin Peaks Classical Academy because they just simply say, hey, you were either born a girl or you were born a boy. Now, they also have a student-teacher ratio of 15:1, and the school offers a close-knit and supportive environment that allows students to stay together all the way from pre-K through graduation. Now, to me, this community of kids and community of people who get to go through and grow from young people all the way through adolescents and adults, this was another key aspect of why we chose this school. It's because we want them to have these deep relationships with other parents, the faculty, and other students. Now, academically, the school surpasses the state averages, with 56% of the students proficient in reading and 44% proficient in math. Now, because my children actually go to school here, I can offer you a little bit more insight. One of the other things that Twin Peaks has is they allow their faculty to conceal carry a firearm when they go through and pass all of the training. Now, it's really sad that I actually have to talk about this and bring this up, but everybody on the other side of the screen is aware of all the school shootings that have taken place over the last 10 years and continue to do so up until today. Now, Twin Peaks actually went out on a limb and they said, hey, not only are we going to hire 3 armed security guards, which by the way is not scary at all. They stand in front of the door, they have these big foam hands, they give every single kid a high five, welcome them to school every day. My kids honestly don't even look at the firearm. They know that they are there to make sure that they are safe while they're learning. Now, if you're a teacher on the other side of this, to me as an educator, that would give me a lot more confidence in my school district to help keep me safe and allow me to keep my students safe in the event that there was an absolute catastrophe. Now, studying a little bit about predatory behavior is that this is automatically going to turn off any predators who would like to cause harm, because most of the time predators take the least road of resistance. So they know that Twin Peaks has armed guards. They also know that any faculty or anybody in the school, once they pass all of the safety courses and firearm safety, that they can actually conceal carry as well. Now, this experience goes beyond what they post on the front doors or their website. From being involved in this community at Twin Peaks, and I'm sure it's the same way in these other schools, is that you really develop a sense of community from other parents that have children in your class. We get together on the weekends for play dates. We show up for the fundraising events that help support the teachers in schools. Everybody knows everybody, and actually just the other day we got a phone call or a text message from Rosie's mom, who said, hey, my car broke down. Can you grab Rosie and take her to the playground? I'll be there as soon as I can. And so of course I was like, yeah, I'll take the kids to the playground, walked them right to the school playground. We hung out for 45 minutes, played in the beautiful sun, had a great day. And Rosie's mom was able to then just run by and get her. But without that tight-knit community, that might have put a little bit more pressure on her mom. Now, I know that we've reached out to other people for help as well, and it's really comforting to know that that community of like-minded people who are going to go out of their way to help you out is right here in Longmont. All right, so there you have it. Longmont is home to some of the best elementary schools in the state, and there's something here for absolutely every family or every student. And if you're thinking about moving to Longmont, or you have any questions about the schools, you know exactly what to do. Go ahead and shoot me a text message or a phone call at 720-741-7474. Leverage me as much as you possibly can. I'm only here to help. And if you want to know more about my wife and I's experience after relocating here, make sure to check out this interview I did with my beautiful wife Greta right here, where we break down and pull the curtain back on what our personal experience has been of Longmont, of the supporting communities, and of our transition to the beautiful state of Colorado. Now remember, stay adventurous, my friends. I'll see you in the next video.